Gering High School is looking again to make another huge splash in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, last week it was announced that Gering High School is once again the Nebraska State winner in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow competition. And we catch up with Brett Mosier and his science class to find out what's in the works for this year's project.
Okay, so for right now, our project that we're getting to work on is a water transportation system. And we're trying to develop a system that transports water over fairly large distances without having to have electricity or other power.
He says his class is now split into different groups to focus on one specific area of the project.
I've always felt like it's more effective for the kids to work in different groups with different objectives. So we have an engineering group that is going to be responsible for designing the pump and putting it together ultimately. We have a technology group who's going to be responsible for filming and doing the video production, which is the next stage of the contest. And then we have a science and math group who is responsible for explaining the scientific principles behind it and designing some experiments once the engineering group gets a working prototype, designing some experiments to test how much water can move through the system and how we could make that better.
Senior Douglas Meyer says his group is working on a prototype model for a ram pump.
We had to research how these machines kind of operate, and we had to understand the physics and the science kind of behind it, and then we had to get the materials and had to figure out a way how to incorporate it into our idea.
Across the classroom, Senior Danielle Schick says her group is tasked with looking at the equations, physics, and blueprints for the ram pump.
Well, we kind of have a rough time with finding information. There's surprisingly not a lot of information on ram pumps, like online. But so it's kind of hard, like we have to piece together information because you'll find something from one site and nothing else about it. So you have to go to other sites and you have to look through it, and it's just a lot of piecing together stuff. So that's one of our major problems.
Gering now hopes that their final 3-minute video project will be one of 20 national finalists to travel to the Solve for Tomorrow final event this spring to present their project to a panel of judges. As it stands now, Gering has already won $15,000 in new technology this year from Samsung for being the Nebraska State winner. Well, the United Way of Western Nebraska is looking for a new special events and marketing coordinator with the departure of Krista Sarchet from that position. Executive Director Steph Black says that it's a big job that requires a large commitment of time and becomes increasingly complex as the agency grows. She says they are looking for a dynamic person who is interested in being part of a diverse team.
Because we are involved in so much, but we're just growing in what we're doing in the community, and we just need more hours than what our current person could guarantee us. So, with 3 kids and a ranch to run and her own business and rentals, we just couldn't ask her to do any more than that and take away from her commitments.
Anyone interested in applying for the job can visit UnitedWayOfWesternNebraska.com. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer's in with your full week forecast. You'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
When you're Arby's, you can do certain things like load roast beef and curly fries onto a sandwich. Add horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and cheddar cheese sauce on there. Sell them 2 for $6. And when you're Arby's, you can call it the Arbinator. Because if you aren't, Arbinator is a super strange name to just invent. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Looking for some breezy conditions, especially early tonight. Then wind should decrease as we go by 9, 10 o'clock, get down into that 10-mile-an-hour range or under. But boy, it has certainly been windy here this afternoon and windy early this evening. Mild temps are really coming for us all week. Now, we do expect a storm late in the week. Right now, though, we think areas of eastern Nebraska better favored for that snowfall with that system. We're going to stay mainly dry, but it will be windy and breezy at times, much like we had today. Hit 45 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 12. Both of those fairly close to the seasonal normals this time of year. Nothing in the rain gauge. We've only tallied 1/100th so far for the year. Well, we have a few things to show you out here on our alert map. First of all, wind-prone areas here of eastern Wyoming, not a complete surprise. High wind warnings out for Chugwater, Wheatland, the Guernsey area, mainly Platte County. And then back here to the east of us, we have a flood warning out now for the North Platte River near Llewellyn, downstream of Oshkosh through Llewellyn to the mouth of Lake McConaughey here. That flood warning continues until, well, at least till further notice, but at least through the next several days as some ice jam flooding going on in those areas. Temperatures right now, 20s and 30s. Colder air here, Hastings at 28, 27 in Norfolk, 23 in Watertown. Notice some colder air back off to the west of us in the mountains. Right here in the middle, we're at not bad temperature-wise. Temperatures in the 30s and near 40 degrees for some of us. 28 in Cheyenne, a colder reading there. Also up in Lusk. Warmer, though, in the mid and upper 30s for most of us. Winds have been out of the west and pretty stout throughout the day. Still 25-mile-an-hour winds in Torrington, 23-mile-an-hour winds in Wheatland, and that's dropping those wind chills into the teens and 20s out there for most of us. So it's a raw evening thanks to that wind out there. As you get on the bus tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with sunshine on your way to school and on the way home. Temperatures about 21 when you get on the bus and close to 50 on the way home, so that's not bad at all. And we're dealing with mainly clear skies overnight tonight. Snow showers should stay off to the west of us, and low tonight is going to fall down into the teens and 20s for most of us here across the region. 15 to 20 will cover most of us. 12 in Valentine, 11 tonight in Gordon. Then for tomorrow, generally sunny skies. Notice it's sunny all day. We just sweep a quick little batch of an isolated snow shower wants to come across here late tomorrow afternoon and evening. A very quick burst of that right along the passage of a system. May we see a few flakes of snow? Sure, but most of us are going to stay dry tomorrow. And temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s for many of us. 50 tomorrow in Torrington. Contrast that, though, with only 39 in Valentine. So it depends on where you're at. Snowfall going to be very light. Heavier snows here off to the high country. For most of us, though, we're going to see less than an inch, if anything, in the snowfall department. Let's take a look at our forecast then. Windy early, decreasing winds late, clear skies, lows down around 20. Those 20 to 30 mile-an-hour winds will drop and turn to the southeast at 5 to 10 overnight. For tomorrow, not a bad day at all. Generally speaking, it's going to be sunny. A quick snow shower is possible in the afternoon, but we're dealing with temps near 50 tomorrow. A beautiful looking day out there. And most of our 7-day forecast, if you don't mind some occasional wind, not bad. Temps in the 40s for the next 7 days, lows in the 20s, so above normal temps, and just some periodic bouts of some gusty winds. Other than that, really not a whole lot in our forecast for the next 7 days. We'll keep an eye on Thursday night into Friday with that storm system, but again, we think for right now, it's going to push to our south and then off to the east of us as it ultimately impacts central and eastern Nebraska with another round of snow in that area.
Behold the Arbinator. Behold the roast beef and cheddar cheese sauce. Behold the horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and curly fries. Beholding 2 of them for only $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. A 22-year-old Scottsbluff man is facing 2 felony charges stemming from an altercation last week in Gering. Hunter Hancock is accused of going to the home of a witness in a case where he is the defendant, and during the alleged altercation, he reportedly told the victim that he was going to kill her and her infant child. He was arrested last Tuesday on felony charges of terroristic threats and witness tampering, and a warrant for his arrest was issued in Scottsbluff, and he'll make his first appearance on the charges later this month in Scottsbluff County Court. Well, Nebraska State Troopers were busy throughout the weekend responding to dozens of weather-related incidents, which included a motorist striking an NSP cruiser while the trooper was responding to another crash. Fortunately, that trooper was not injured, but from Friday afternoon through Sunday, troopers responded to 166 motorist assists, responded to 68 crashes, and assisted several agencies with 41 separate incidents. Colonel John Belduck reminds drivers to slow down in poor weather, especially when approaching a scene where emergency crews are actively working. And the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission is considering limiting the number of visitors at Lake McConaughey and adjacent Lake Ogallala. The commission says the high number of visitors in 2018 and 2019 stretched public safety, basic sanitation services, shower facilities, campgrounds, and parking areas. Proposed actions would be the subject to approval of the commission and would go into effect before Memorial Day. A public open house to discuss the changes is scheduled for this Thursday afternoon. Well, straight ahead, a busy weekend in high school hoop action. Chris Cottrell's got highlights from Scottsbluff and Gering's games right after the break.
Hey Grandma, thanks for all the gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we are too.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
Mom, Dad, say hi to Grandma.
Hey,
Hi.
Oh, miss you guys.
We're making your famous mashed potatoes.
Set the crock pot on high.
Wow, technology sure has changed.
Everyone, say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
When a strong, reliable network really counts, let our Allo family worry about the technology that keeps you connected.
The Mighty 3 has been known to move mountains, has been seen giving wild brush and tall grass the what for, and is not afraid to level a gravel driveway and finish a surface. The cab with heat and AC is not faint of heart either. You don't have an off season, neither do we.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte. The bank to think of first.
We've got weekend highlights from the hardwood, plus a look ahead to an early start on the sports schedule this week. Let's start with Friday night. We were at Mitchell, a big crowd on hand as the Scottsbluff Bearcats rolled into the gym to take on the Tigers in girls and boys action. In the girls game, it was Scottsbluff with a big second quarter. They outscored Mitchell 21-7. Peyton Bird able to knock down 3 threes in the quarter. The freshman comes on big here for Scottsbluff. They lead at halftime 30-18. Berta finished with 15 points, all on threes, and Yada Garcia, the senior leader, finished with 13 in the win for the Cats. Margie Schmidt had a team-high 12 points in the loss for Mitchell. To the boys game now, a milestone night for senior point guard Josiah Diolis. He entered the evening only 13 points away from 1,000 for his high school career. He scored 11 in the first half and then got his milestone hoop early in the third quarter. He finished with 23 points on the night, right behind leading scorer Dawson Moore, who connected on 4 3-balls and led Scottsbluff in scoring with 24 points. Scottsbluff able to do a nice job. They bounced back from their first loss of the season for a comfortable 77-50 win over the Tigers. Blake Tyne, the senior, led Mitchell with 18 points as their record fell to 8-4. Scottsbluff will have a doubleheader tomorrow at Cheyenne South. I'll have coverage on 106.9 The Trail starting at 5:15. Then Saturday it was over to Gering High School for the Bulldogs doubleheader against Newcastle, Wyoming. The Lady Dogs were beaten handily by Sydney on Friday night. Good job, able to bounce back to snap a 9-game losing streak in this when they win it 56-44. Kiara Wayo scored the first 5 points of the night for Gering, and she finished with 15. Chloe Fries went off for a team-high 21 points in the victory. Now to the boys' contest. Gering was looking for a much-needed 2-0 weekend after a blowout win, a feel-good win on Friday at Sydney. Offense in this one was pretty hard to come by, especially for Newcastle. Gering led at halftime 18-6. Colton Ebers and Brent Pazanka each hit double figures in the win for the Bulldogs, but it was senior Bryce Sherrill providing the big highlight play of the night with this breakaway dunk in transition. The Gering teams are off until Friday when they head to Gordon Rushville. Tomorrow here on KDB.TV, you're hearing me right, KDB.TV for tomorrow. It'll be our first broadcast for Cougar basketball. Both teams at home to take on McCook Community College. The Cougar women won their 14th straight game on Friday night at NJC, while the men's team fell in a wild one by 3. Teddy Allen, though, continues to torch junior college nets around the region 39 in the loss. Chuck Schwartz will have the combo broadcast tomorrow night. Both TV and radio will get started at 5:15. And then coming up on Thursday's edition from here at the TV Sports Desk, I'll recap a few signings from over at Gering High School taking place this afternoon. That will do it for today. We'll call it the latest from right here at the Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan back with another update from the community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Did the extreme weather this summer do damage to your home? Call Roofing Plus today. Let Luke Shaneman and his team get your home back and family back to normal. Licensed and insured, call Roofing Plus today and Luke will get you scheduled for your free and easy inspection and see if you qualify for a new roof, siding, or gutters. The Roofing Plus team can be there in days, not months. Call Roofing Plus today, 308-440-6387.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, Nebraska lawmakers discussed a bill today in the unicameral addressing the Student Discipline Act. The bill, introduced by North Platte Senator Mike Groney, would allow teachers or administrators to take necessary actions if a student becomes unruly or exhibits a physical outburst. He says, as the law stands now, teachers and staff are in essence powerless from doing anything about de-escalating situations like this.
The whole goal of this is less intervention. We need to restore who this adult in the schoolroom is again. We need to let children know that they are safe.
The bill also includes language that would absolve staff from any legal or administrative penalties if they act in a reasonable manner. The bill remains on its first reading and would need to clear 3 rounds before it could go to the governor to become law. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you here next time.